Welcome to Backstage Pass, Rockstar Pro's official podcast. This is your opportunity to go behind the scenes of Rockstar Pro and hear from the wrestlers themselves. Now here are your hosts, Mark Turner and Bort Torkelson.
Hey, what's up, shitlords and turd faces, and welcome back to the Backstage Pass, the official podcast of Rockstar Pro Wrestling. I, of course, am your host, Bort Torkelson, joined, as always, by Mark Turner, the White Mystery himself.
White Mystery, that's me. Where do you come up with those intros? Where do you come up with that? What'd you call everybody?
I called them what they were.
Which was what?
I don't know. Turd faces, shitlords.
You don't even know what you say.
I don't even
anymore.
remember.
You don't even remember what you say.
Does it really matter?
I think it does matter. I think you shouldn't be making fun of our audience like that.
Have you looked at them?
Yes, I have.
Have
They're
you
great
seen
people.
the things they post online?
For the most part, yeah.
They're monsters, Mark.
They're good people. What are you talking about? They're very good people.
Salt of the earth, right?
Sure.
Don't even know what that means, do you?
No.
All right, well...
Salt's a good thing, right?
Yeah, on pretzels.
It is good on pretzels.
Not on people.
Oh, okay. I haven't tried it on people.
Can we talk about wrestling, maybe?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's talk about wrestling, man. It's been a while since we've had one of these podcasts.
It has. A week longer than normal, it feels.
It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You're going to get it. It's been in there, too.
It's been several weeks since... whatever. Go ahead.
All right, so we are headed towards spring break here on Friday the 13th. That's Friday, April 13th here at Rockstar Pro.
That's right. We're actually going to have great weather coming up this Friday for spring break. How about that?
Yeah.
It's snowy and rainy.
It has.
But perfect, nice, warm weather for spring break, just as it should be.
You're guaranteeing it.
I'm guaranteeing it. I'm putting my stamp on it right now.
Don't touch the mic.
Is that the mic I'm touching?
Well, you're near it.
I am near it.
I'm just warning you.
Okay, I won't touch the mic.
it.
How expensive is it?
More than you can probably reimburse me for.
Okay, so I should tell John Murray to stop doing what he does to it while you're not looking.
God damn it, Mark.
What?
I just want to get through this.
Go ahead. It's your show. It's your thing.
Yeah,
I won't interrupt you. Just keep going. I won't cut you off.
Done?
Let's get it started, man. Let's go. I am so excited. This is good stuff. Let's just do it.
Is that out of your system?
What? I'm ready to go.
All right, so we're headed towards spring break, but first we've got some business to do. We got to look back. It's been 5 weeks since we last spoke to you through the podcast, and we have a lot to cover. First off, let's go back to Welcome to Awesome Town, our internet pay-per-view from last month, and it was quite a show, Mark.
It certainly was. Awesome Town, named after our Rockstar Pro World Champion, John Murray. What a night it was.
Yeah, named after the flop house where a bunch of underage drinkers would party and get all fucked up. That's a great message to the kids.
John Murray is a great world champion and a great inspiration for all. I was proud to be a part of Awesome Town. What a night it was. It was a great night, Bork.
Yeah, it was a great night that began with Dave Christ winning the signature Rockstar Pro multi-man match, the Mosh Pit Scramble.
Hey, anytime you see Dave Christ, the human gift machine, in action, especially here in Dayton, Ohio for Rockstar Pro, it is a treat. Dave Christ in the Mosh Pit Scramble picked up the victory. What a great way to get the night started.
It was a great start, and it only got more violent as we went, because we saw the Barbarian and some fat little shit following him around take on Ron Mathis, and the two brawled to the outside of the ring, got a double disqualification, double countout, and just fought back into the locker room.
I still can't believe that the Barbarian wrestled here in Rockstar Pro. I mean, that was one of those, when I heard the announcement that the Barbarian was coming, it was like, am I in Fantasyland? What is this? The Barbarian and Ron Mathis had a match. That's a match I never thought I'd see. It was quite the brawl, you're right.
Yeah, and kind of unusual in that Ron Mathis didn't defeat the big name opponent.
That's true.
I mean, he's taken out like Rhino, Sabu, so many guys who have come here with big names, but he and Barbarian, they wouldn't settle for a wrestling match. They just had a brawl.
See, I think that's the thing. I think Mathis wanted to prove to the Barbarian how tough he was, more than just beat him in a match. These two were brawling outside the ring. I think he won the Barbarian's respect that night.
Probably, but speaking of tough, we did see the legendary Larry D defeat Ace Austin with a knockout punch to the jaw.
That we did, and Larry D, he's been proving just how vicious that right hand, that punch, really is, as if the man wasn't vicious enough without it. I mean, this guy is just as dangerous as they come.
He calls it the best hand in the house. I'd call it the best hand in all of professional wrestling.
I won't argue with that. The guy's dangerous, no question about it.
Absolutely.
And then we also saw Bruce Gray. He defeated Ben Boone and Pat the Bruiser in a triple threat match. What's going on here? Bruce Gray, he's supposed to be leading the administration, the foundation, whatever they want to be called that week.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Mark,
Okay.
because this was truly the falling apart, the dissolving of the foundation.
Okay.
This was the match where Bruce Gray defeated both Boone and Pat the Bruiser, and I think the foundation died at Welcome to Awesome Town.
Well, good. Finally. Bruce Gray killed the foundation. That's great. I wish the administration, even though we're going to talk about it later, I wish they would go away as well.
Keep wishing, Mark.
Oh, man.
If wishes and butts were candy and nuts... Wait a minute, how's the rest of that going?
I don't know. I'm kind of curious, though. Should I write this down?
No.
Okay.
Anyway, we also saw one of my favorite matches of the night. Not a huge fan of the result, but still an incredible match. Jake Crist defeated Myron Reed in a tables match.
Hey, it was a great matchup, no doubt about it, but Jake Crist really proved his experience in tables matches especially. Came through in this matchup. We saw Myron Reed go through so many tables. I think it was about 5 tables in that matchup. Meanwhile, Jake, I believe, only went through 1. I mean, his experience in those types of matches really shined through in this one, and it led to a victory for Jake Crist.
Yeah, Reed and Crist for weeks were having phenomenal matches going back and forth, but this one put an end to the story between those two.
Right, it was pretty much the rubber match between these two, and Jake Crist came out on top to win the series of matchups. But you say that might have been your favorite match of the night?
Yeah.
My favorite match of the night might have been when Moose defeated Clayton Gaines. It was nice seeing Moose in the Rockstar Pro Arena. I mean, this guy captivated the crowd and showed just how dangerous he is.
Yeah, it was a great match. Of course, I would have loved to see Gaines come out on top.
Sure you would.
But still, a tremendous match.
It was. And Moose, Clayton Gaines, he had a really big month facing Brian Cage.
Yeah. Jessica Havoc.
And Moose. I mean, he really showed he can go toe-to-toe with some of the best in the business.
Yeah, and really, there's no shame in being defeated by a moose. I mean, they're monstrous, huge animals.
That's true. I'll give you that.
We also saw Team Tiger Blood, that's MJF and Ace Romero, defeat the Knight Riders to retain their trio tag titles.
Yeah, Team Tiger Blood, MJF and Ace Romero, they've been looking really good as a tag team, and they retained the trio's tag titles on that night. We'll talk about it later, but they did not retain it throughout the entire month.
Yep. Any other spoilers you want to throw in there,
You know
Mark?
what? People are listening. They know what's going on. I mean, come on.
Some of them don't.
Yeah, they do. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
It was a great matchup, though. It was a good victory for Team Tiger Blood.
Absolutely.
Anytime you could defeat the Knight Riders, that's a big victory.
Yes, for sure. Another big victory came for Aaron Williams when he defeated Jeremiah in a match that was officiated by special guest referee Jerry Lynn.
How about that? Jerry Lynn was in the house. Jerry Lynn, what a great guy. I heard you had a nice conveation with him.
Oh, yeah, super great dude. I mean, we talked metal, we talked dad dicks. It was really cool.
He must be a really cool dude if he can get along with you.
I mean, he's got that Minnesota niceness.
Does he?
Just a sweetheart. And, I really wanted to do the grumbly Cookie Monster voice for Jerry Lynn, but I can't get my voice that low.
But yeah, it was a great matchup, though. Aaron Williams defeated Jeremiah, and Jerry Lynn, Aaron Williams looks up to Jerry Lynn so much. Aaron Williams does the pile driver, cradle pile driver, much like Jerry Lynn used to do. I'm sure Aaron Williams was proud to get a victory with Jerry Lynn in the same ring.
Yeah, and if the night were to end there, I would have nothing but positive feelings toward Jerry Lynn.
Okay.
But he stuck his nose in the main event.
Well, okay, let's talk about it. John Murray. He defeated Trey Miguel to retain the Rockstar Pro World Championship in the main event in a match that, before the bell even rang, all the referees went down, one by one. Yeah. One referee went down. Three officials went down. We had no officials left, So Jerry Lynn did what was right. He was wearing the official gear. He was
No.
signed to
No.
Rockstar Pro to be an official on this
For
night.
one match, for a special attraction, not for the main event.
Oh, well, yeah, that's what he was.
CW Scott or maybe Gigi, somebody could have come out there and made the call an official from Rockstar Pro, not this guest referee.
Well, I mean, the guy was already in a referee shirt. He already proved earlier in the night that he was a great referee that can call it right down the middle. And he came out, and the fact of the matter is, John Murray won the match, and he won it in what, 4 seconds? 5 seconds?
So Trey Miguel got screwed thanks to Jerry Lynn,
No,
and
he lost
John
in 5
Murray
seconds.
is still Rockstar Pro
That he
World
is, still
Champion.
Rockstar Pro World Champion. This is turning into quite the reign for John Murray, wouldn't you say? What a reign this is. I mean, a lot of people thought he'd only have it for a week or two, and the man is
Yeah.
making this company proud. It's great.
The bumblefuck just stumbles backward into victory over
what
after
are you
victory.
talking about? He's a professional athlete.
No, he's not.
You know, him and Jerry
He's
Lynn
an
are best friends.
embarrassment. No.
Him and Jerry Lynn are best friends.
How many best friends can a man have?
Him and Jerry Lynn, I heard that they ate at Taco Bell, and it was a really nice
They
night.
probably went down the street to Taqueria Mixteca and had some good Mexican food.
I think John Murray wanted to go to Taco Bell, but yeah.
Of course he would.
Taco Bell's pretty good stuff.
No,
he
it's
would go to
not.
KFC.
It's garbage food.
He would go to KFC, but
like-
he saves KFC for Ricky Steamboat. That's like where him and Ricky Steamboat have a good time.
That meat is like grade Q.
Grade Q.
It's the worst.
For quality?
No, it's hardly even meat.
Oh, is it?
It's mostly sawdust and sweepings off the floor.
I don't know. It tastes pretty good to me.
Well, things didn't end after Welcome to Awesome Town. We have weeks of AMP to cover for you, so let's hit some of the highlights.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the stuff I spoiled earlier. How about the foundation is no more,
Right.
and now we have the administration.
That's
What's
right.
going on there?
The foundation is dead. Long live the administration.
President-
Bruce Gray, the president of the administration, always looking his finest in that wonderful three-piece denim suit. I mean, that Canadian tuxedo looks wonderful on Bruce Gray. And he and the executive secretary of defense, Mr. Boone, and the executive secretary of offense, Mr. Bruce, along with their intern, they are doing great things for Rockstar Pro.
All right, Bork, for the audience listening, how did we get from Bruce Gray defeating Benjamin Boone and Pat the Bruiser in a match at Welcome to Awesome Town to all of a sudden they're all on the same page in the administration? How the hell did that happen?
It's called-
It looked like they were going to be fired from the group, be no more, go their separate ways, but apparently not.
It's called evolution, and it's called leadership, Mark.
Oh, is that what it is?
Brucey Jack is just that fantastic of a leader that he has these men following him with blind allegiance. It's wonderful.
How's the man a president? Nobody voted for him. He has the fringe denim. He
Oh,
has
looks
denim
great.
all over the place.
Looks great.
I don't know what's going on with him. I think he's off his rocker a little bit. I mean, we have a fanny pack that is all denim. We have an egg hunt where the egg is denim.
Yeah. Even his tie is denim.
It's crazy.
It's not crazy. It's a fashion statement.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, you seem to love that the administration's together, but what I loved is that Zachary Wentz made his return on an episode of Amped,
You
and he
would.
tagged with his father, Dave Christ, in a great match against Trey and Clayton Gaines.
Who won that?
Trey Miguel and Clayton Gaines.
Yeah,
won the matchup.
exactly.
Yeah.
So a triumphant return for Zachary Wentz to tag with his pops and lose.
Well, it was a great matchup, and it was an impressive victory for Trey and Clayton Gaines. I mean, those two are very talented.
And absolutely they are. Plus, as an extra special treat,
Yeah.
we briefly got to see Dez come back.
Yeah, we
too.
did. Dez showed up for a little while. He kicked some people ringside. It was great. It was a fun time.
Those guys used to be my best friends.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Were those good times?
they were. They were the best of times.
Do you miss those?
I really do.
Do you have anybody to have good times with now? Bork?
Not really.
Not really. Do you cry yourself to sleep every night, or what?
That's personal, Mark.
Is it? Okay, I'm sorry about that. That was too much.
Let's point out that the Night Riders at an Amped did defeat Team Tiger Blood to become Trios Tag Team Champions.
That they did. The Knight Riders, once again, getting the Trios Tag Championships. I mean, the Knight Riders, they're pretty much proving that they're the most dominant tag team in Rockstar Pro, at least in the last year or two. In this company, it's amazing.
Well, they immediately went after Clayton Gaines' Rockstar Pro Trios Captain's Championship, Dustin Ray's in a failing effort,
Yeah.
but Alex Colon actually defeated him to become Trios Captain's Champion in a questionable result.
Well, I mean, one thing that's not questionable is that Clayton Gaines did tap out.
Yeah, he
tapped
did,
out.
but his legs were under the ropes, Mark. That wasn't a legitimate submission finish.
It may have been under the ropes. I don't know if I had the best view of it. It might have been.
It was clear his like ankles were under the ropes.
Well, the referee's right there. The fact of the matter is the referee did not see it, and Alex Colon is the new Trios Captain's Champion. How about that? Alex Colon, with that victory, becomes the first ever 5-star champion in the history of Rockstar Pro, winning all 5 championships Rockstar Pro's ever had. It's amazing.
It's a huge deal for Alex Colon, but I gotta say, Gaines is not happy being tag champion alongside Dustin Reyes.
How is that going to work? I mean,
it's not.
Clayton Gaines and Dustin Reyes teaming up. I mean, those tag championships might not last too long around those waists. I'm not sure. I don't know.
We'll see. In other action at Amped, we saw Sami Callihan defeat Trey Miguel in a home run derby match. Mark,
wow.
That was one of the most violent things I've ever seen.
That was one of the most violent things I've ever seen as well. That was incredible. And we all know, everybody that pays attention to professional wrestling, they know how dangerous Sami Callihan is with the bat in his hand. The man is super dangerous without any weapon in his hand.
Yeah,
but with the bat in his hand, nobody inflicts more punishment than this man. And we saw him hit the same baseball bat maneuver on a chair onto Trey Miguel to win the matchup.
Yeah, onto Trey's throat. You know,
yes. It was
the Dayton
gross,
Slugger.
gross.
There's a reason he is the most dangerous man in professional wrestling.
Correct.
And honestly, I think he went too far.
Well, I don't think he went too far. I mean, the match was a home run derby match. That's the object of the match. Is to use the bat.
To use bats.
Yeah.
They used bats with barbed wire wrapped around them, with thumbtacks taped to them, like bundles of bats taped together. You know, Sami even threw Trey through the bin that was holding all the bats.
He did. I mean, it's a home run derby match. The man knows how to use a baseball bat. That's all there is to it. I mean, frankly, that was a matchup that Trey Miguel, you see him in that matchup against Sami. I mean, that was an uphill battle from the start for Trey Miguel.
Well,
as talented as he is.
I think Trey may have gotten hit in the head one too many times in that
have.
because not too long ago we saw him transform back into Lisa, and Wendy and Lisa reunited for at least a night.
Yeah, that was quite the treat to see Wendy and Lisa come back together in that tag team matchup. What a matchup it was, and it's great seeing Lisa back in Rockstar Pro. And I don't know, the next time we see Trey, is he going to be Trey Miguel?
I don't know.
Is he going to be Lisa?
I don't know.
I have no idea. I have no idea what we're going to see. But you talk about head trauma.
Yeah.
And you talk about Trey, Lisa, or whatever. Mm-hmm. Let's talk a bit about Cole Radrick and what's been going on with him and his head trauma. What is going on?
Well, a couple weeks ago, Myron Reed and Trey Miguel...
while he's still Trey, before he's Lisa, yeah.
Bloodied up Cole Radrick's head, just punishing him. You know, after that, Bruce Gray DDT'd Cole Radrick, smashing his face into the ring once again. Yeah. And Cole seems to think he is something other than what he used to be.
What does he call himself now? Four Loke? What
Four Loke Cole Radrick? I don't get it.
It's more like Loco, right? That's pretty funny. I'm going to write that one down. That's good.
Yeah, you do that, Mark.
Four Loco. But yeah, Cole Radrick, I don't know what else to say.
Well,
I mean, off the rocker. I don't know.
We are recording this after the Wednesday night Amped on April 11th, and if Cole thought his head was receiving some punishment in the past, tonight was even more extreme. I mean, Dustin Reyes gave him multiple catalyst drivers. Alex Colon double stomped his face twice from the top turnbuckle. I mean, the Night Riders are out of control.
Poor Cole. I mean, Cole Radrick. How does this work? Does this now make it a double negative? Will he come back and he'll be regular Cole Radrick?
Who knows?
Will he be in worse condition? Will he think he's a different person than Four Loke now? I don't know. I have no idea what we're going to see from Cole.
I don't know either, but you know, we're seeing this new persona from Cole Radrick. We're also seeing a lot of Shug D and the Gym Nasty Boys of late.
Yeah.
They've been around a lot, competing here at Rockstar Pro. Plus, we saw the return of the Killer Death Machines, Nevaeh Christ and Jessica Havoc, working together as a team once again.
Yeah, we even saw them against the Gym Nasty Boys in a matchup, and what a treat it is to see Nevaeh and Jessica Havoc in the Rockstar Pro arena, especially Nevaeh, not to put a damper on Jessica Havoc, but Nevaeh has such a connection to this crowd in this building, in this city.
And coming back after such a long rehabilitation after that injury, always great to see her in the ring.
Yeah,
again.
it was such a treat. And you're right, the Gym Nasty Boys, we've been seeing a lot of them as well. And Should D, he had a Rockstar Pro World Championship match against John Murray, and of course he came up short because John Murray's just a better man, no doubt about it.
And let's not forget, speaking of a better man, Larry D just keeps beating Ron Mathis week after week after week, and Mathis keeps wanting more.
That's the key part of this thing. Larry D is beating down Ron Mathis. You're right about that. But how about Ron Mathis and the guts he's showing that he keeps fighting back week after week and wanting more from Larry D? You know, the whole thing going on with Mathis and Larry D, it's so confusing to people why he wants to keep fighting back.
Yeah.
That I went and got a special guest for the Spotlight segment here.
Oh, yeah?
I went
Larry D?
You'll find out. You're on the right track. It's not Larry D. You know what? Let's just go to that segment right now. How about that? I'm calling the shots now. We're going to that segment. Let's go. Let's roll it. Go. Roll. Now. Go.
Calm down, Mark.
And here we are, the Spotlight segment here on the Backstage Pass podcast. And look at the guest we have here tonight. We have Ron Mathis. Big Daddy Ron is here.
Hey, what's up, Mark?
Yeah, Ron, thanks for being here. This is great.
Bork.
I don't get it. What's up?
You think I don't watch the show? You think I don't hear all the crap you talk?
Yeah, come on.
Well, dude, you've changed.
Yeah, so people change. 33 years old, I'm not allowed to change?
Well, I mean, you can change, but just...
I can't help but notice your tone's way different than it normally is on commentary.
He's butthurt. That's all it is.
Well, my butt is fine. All right?
Your butt's hurting a little bit.
Murray did put the thumb in the butt a long time ago.
Well, I think his thumb's been in everyone who's ever taken the door's butt.
That's true. That's true.
So, speaking of hurting butts, Larry D's certainly been kicking yours
Larry D.
For a good month now.
Yeah, he has. It's been pretty cool, hasn't it?
Well, I noticed that Bork, you say that he's been kicking Ron Mathis' ass, but as you say that, Ron Mathis' smile went across his face. What
the hell?
Ron, what is that all about?
Well, think about it. 6 years Rockstar Pro. I've been the world champion. I've been the Lucha Core champion. I've been the tag team champion. And I've been the captain's champion. So eventually, you've done it all. So you want a new mountain to topple. And the first time I stepped in the ring with Larry D, I realized, holy shit, here's a mountain. And I also realized that everything that's gone wrong about pro wrestling, I'm not saying everything's wrong, but a few things have been wrong. Because there aren't more guys like Larry D who just punch in the mouth, try to win the match, and just a big brute. So I want to get in the ring with him every week, get my ass kicked by him, kick his ass back, and eventually beat him.
But what makes you so certain you can eventually beat him? I mean, he has dominated you for 5 matches now. You're 0-5 against Larry D, and he's beaten you with submissions. He's beaten you with a punch to the face, like a flying crossbody. This guy has just destroyed you week after week after week.
But who's came through this door that I didn't eventually beat? Who has ever came through the Rockstar Pro door that I did not eventually? Rhino, beat him my first try.
True.
BJ Whitmer,
Sure.
beat him my first try.
Yeah.
Tommy
Yeah.
Dreamer, beat him my first try. Sabu, beat him my first try.
Yeah.
Larry D has beaten me 5 times.
Right.
Listen to those names I just beat my first try, so why would I not want to put the ultimate challenge on myself and see what I really got? I haven't had the world title in a while. I'm not in any title pictures. Why don't I prove what I'm worth? Why don't I prove that I may be trash, but I'm not worthless by toppling Larry D?
But at the same time, like you said, you've never been put in this position. I mean, the entire first year in Rockstar Pro's history, you were undefeated that entire year. Never had one loss throughout that first year. You're 0-5 against Larry D. I mean, that has to put you in a certain state, right?
This isn't the same Rockstar Pro it was 5 years ago.
That is true.
No.
I'm not saying 5 years ago there wasn't anyone here good, but no one could go undefeated in this Rockstar Pro as long as I went undefeated in that Rockstar Pro.
Fair point.
And that's why now I'm trying to prove that I'm just as good now, and I can compete with the talent pool as deep as it is here now as I could then. I'm not a big fish in a small pond. I'm just a fish, and I'm looking to eat some people.
But here's the thing. You say you're stronger, you're better now, but let's face the facts. I mean, you're coming off of some serious stomach surgery. You know, I saw in the match tonight you were clutching at your stomach after Larry D was just punching you repeatedly in the gut. I mean, do you not think you've lost a step because of that? Does that not put you in a mindset where maybe you're a little more reserved? Maybe you can't do everything you used to do because of that injury?
Not at this point, no. When I first came back, there were some limitations, but honestly, having the foundation coming at me every week and fighting big people like Ben Boone and Pat the Bruiser every single week, I had myself tested plenty. And if Larry D comes off the top rope and flattens me, whether I had stomach surgery 6-7 months ago or not, that shit's going to hurt.
Yeah.
It ain't going to make that big of a difference. When I step in the ring, I'm prepared to hurt, and I'm prepared to die if need be. And especially when it comes to Larry D, because I'll be happy, dead from hell, looking up, knowing that everyone knows that I can hang with Larry D. That's all I care about right now.
Why are you so sure you're going to hell?
Just have a feeling.
Hey,
Yeah?
come on, Borg.
I did some I've done some pretty terrible things just in this building. I've turned on my best friend. I've beaten up women. I'm probably going to hell.
Well, I mean, that's if you believe in it, but...
Borg's been saying that for a
I'm
while.
kind of pulling
man.
my
Hey.
Xena right now. I'm going back and righting all the wrongs that I've done.
I mean, I just still can't believe. I mean, is it fair to say that Larry D has lit a fire in you, Ron Mathis?
Absolutely, absolutely. When I buried that issue with Bruce Gray,
Right.
when I finally pile-driv him into those thumbtacks, put that issue to rest, proved what I needed to prove, I looked around the landscape of Rockstar Pro, and I said, what now? I've been the world champion. I've been the captain's champion. I've had belts that aren't even here anymore. I've done it all. What now? I'm going to prove something to everyone. I'm going to prove something to Larry D. I'm going to prove something to myself. I'm going to eventually beat him, and he's going to respect me.
Well, I mean, I understand that determination and that...
Let me cut you off right there, Bork. You don't. You don't understand because, and I'm not even trying to insult you. You're not a competitor. You don't know what it would feel like to get your ass handed to you by someone who physically imposes themselves on you and then come back every single week and do it again. And again, it's not a slight on you. There's plenty of other things that I could use as a slight on you, but you're not a competitor. You don't understand what it means that I can't just walk away and be like, oh, well, I guess Larry D's better than me, and just walk away. I'm freaking Ron Mathis. That's not what I do.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Ron. I mean, I know you understand the definition of insanity, and what you are doing is insane. Like, week after week, you keep trying, and he keeps finding new ways to take you out. Like, I don't understand how you think there's some sort of way that continuing attacking him, continuing your plan of just going in there fucking, as a furious madman is somehow going to, next time, defeat Larry D.
All right, you're leaning towards the old adage of, insanity is repeating the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. Right?
Exactly.
The only way I'm going to prove to you and everyone else that I'm not insane is to get a different result. So
There you
just
go.
sit there and wait, and eventually he's going to keep fighting me because he doesn't have a choice in the matter. I will make him fight me every week, or he won't get a moment's peace at Rockstar Pro. He won't be able to move on with his career. He's going to keep fighting me, and I'm going to get a different result, and that will prove that I'm not insane.
And to your credit, Mathis, I think you're starting to get under the skin of Larry D a little bit.
Absolutely
Even though
I
Larry
am.
D is 5-0 against you. Take, for example, what happened tonight on Amped. He beat you down backstage, I assume, right?
Absolutely.
Before the match?
We have a curl bar back there,
Yeah.
so you get your pump on before you go out. I was just lifting that thing and then back of the head. Next thing I know, I'm laid in the ring.
I think
So he's coming at me now. You're exactly
Yes.
right there. He's not sitting there waiting. He's not confident. He's not cocky. He's coming at me because he knows that I'm not backing
right.
down.
He's the desperate one, even though you're the one that's 0-5.
Exactly.
It's interesting.
Exactly.
Desperate. Come on, guys. I don't know if Larry D has ever been desperate throughout
He's my
his
best
entire...
friend, and I can tell. I know better
Wait.
than you because he's my best friend.
Wait, he's your best friend?
Are we having a good time together?
I don't think he's having a good time.
Well, I'm having a good time. We're creating memories. We're making towns.
Do you remember all the beatdowns that he's doing on you? I don't even know.
For the most part.
For the most part, how about tonight? He knocked you out for a while.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
That's funny?
That's what I love about it. It's like every time I get beat by him, and then I come, like, it takes me a minute, like, how'd he beat me this time? Because I can't remember what he just hit me with. And then I get like, oh, that's a new one.
Well, all right. Well, obviously, we're not going to change your mind. Obviously, you're going to follow this to what could be your ultimate destruction.
Possibly.
But I guess I have one more important question. I mean, we go back a ways, Ron, and this is one that's just been, bothering me for months now.
It's going to be a deep one.
How can you hang out with John Murray?
What?
I know he's world champion, but, I mean, that guy is human garbage.
Human garbage.
It's as the world turns wrestling version. If you stick around this business long enough, you're going to see things happen that you never expected to happen. And bottom line, when I came back and I had a war to wage, I had to take out Bruce and them. The two people that are by my side was John Murray and Samantha Heights. And I don't forget things like that. That's why I was loyal to Bruce for so many years, because I don't forget things until you give me no choice. So he had my back, I got his, period. End of story.
Isn't it a great story that John Murray's the Rockstar Pro World Champion? Did you ever think you would see a day where John Murray would be holding the championship like that?
Yeah, I didn't. I don't.
None of us did.
I go back and forth on if that's good or bad, honestly.
Oh, it's great.
terrible.
It's great. What are you talking about? That's awesome.
That's where I land on most of the time. That's where I land on
He's
most
an
of the time.
inspiration.
Where do you land the rest of the time?
What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Well,
Because
John,
again,
fair
it's just
enough.
whoever expected this.
I don't think anybody did. John Murray is an inspiration, but you know what, Mathis? I think you're an inspiration as well. The way you're taking a beating from Larry D, and you just keep on fighting back. You just
agree with
refuse to quit him.
I can agree with that.
There we go.
All right, you can fillet Mathis later. Do you have any other final questions? Are we done here?
No, I was...
Can I finish with a thought?
Sure.
Oh, he's going to finish. Are we talking about Philippe? Or... Oh, no.
So Larry D, just always know, anytime you're in this building, anytime you're in Dayton, you watch your sexy back, because I can come at you at any point in time, and you be ready for it.
What's with all this sex and cum talk?
He's
I don't know.
sexy.
What?
I don't know. I think he really is insane now.
So, it's official. Mathis has lost his mind.
Well, Mathis, I mean, you got to give it up for him. He has a lot of guts. Give him a ton of credit for that.
Yeah,
No
a lot of
question
guts,
about it.
and that's what's going to be left all over the mat. I think the next time Ron Mathis and Larry D's paths cross.
You might be right, but I have a feeling this isn't going to end until Ron Mathis finally does pick up a victory over Larry D. I think Mathis is never going to quit until he picks up that victory, if he ever does.
Well, you're probably right, but let's go ahead and talk about what's coming up very soon here at Rockstar Pro. Friday, April 13th at 7:30 p.m. Doors open at 7 at 1106 East 3rd Street here in lovely downtown Dayton, Ohio. It is Spring Break, Friday the 13th.
You're right about that. You say it's lovely Dayton, Ohio. I'm guaranteeing it. It's going to be beautiful weather, and you can think that beautiful weather to me because I'm calling it right now. How about that?
All right, but we do have to remind everybody, front row is sold out.
It's gone.
But plenty of general admission tickets still available.
Second row as well.
We're going to see, again, Forloke, Cole Radrick,
Question mark?
taking on everybody's homie, Pompano Joe.
Yeah, that's the match that's scheduled. Cole Radrick, we saw quite the beatdown that we talked about earlier. For I don't know how many weeks in a row it's been for Cole Radrick, but yeah, after those Catalyst drivers, let's see if Forloke Cole Radrick shows up. If he does, one-on-one with Pompano Joe.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll also see the administration take on Shug D and the Gymnasty Boys in a trios rules match.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting trio, seeing Shug D team up with the Gymnasty Boys. But yeah, we get all three members of the administration. It's rare we get Bruce Gray, Mr. Bruce, and
Right.
Mr. Boone all in a matchup at the same time.
Yeah, that one's going to be great. But we're also going to see plenty of somewhat familiar faces here at Rockstar Pro. I hear the Hawkeye Steve Manders is going to be here.
Okay, the
Cajun
football
Kid,
player,
Sage Kanan's going to
Yeah,
be
is
here.
he the crab guy?
Yeah, the crab guy.
Okay, yeah.
Plus, we just saw him tonight. The debuting Utamaro, he's coming back for Spring Break as well.
He was very impressive. No question about that. I'd love to see him in another matchup. Hey, and we will see it at Spring Break. How about that? And we will also see Trios Tag Championship on the line as the Dirty gets a shot against the unusual pairing, the champions of Clayton Gaines and Dustin Reyes. How's that going to work?
This is going to be the biggest test for this tag team. Gaines and Reyes tagging together,
Yes.
I believe, for the first time.
absolutely.
And those trios tag team championships are going to be on the line. The Dirty are hungry.
Yeah.
This is going to be a tough fight at Spring Break.
And this is the best shot that the Dirty's ever had at
Definitely.
championship gold here in Rockstar Pro. They've been so close to winning gold. They haven't quite been able to break that glass ceiling
Right.
and win championships. This is their opportunity. If they can't do it here, you have to start to wonder when they can. But we'll find out at Spring Break.
Yeah, we'll see. And speaking of the trios champions, the trios captain's champion, Alex Colon, will be taking on the Extreme Luchador, Super Crazy. Mark, did you ever think you'd see Super Crazy here at the Rockstar Pro Arena?
This is awesome. We've seen so many great legends come into this building at Rockstar Pro Arena, but Super Crazy was one I didn't think we would see. So this is going to be quite the treat to see Super Crazy in action, and what a matchup this is against Alex Colon. I mean, Alex Colon, you can almost look at him and see a younger version of Super Crazy to a degree.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great matchup, no doubt about it.
And then we have our main event.
Come on, get excited about it. Say it.
For the Rockstar Pro World Championship, the defending champion, John Murray.
It's John Murray. the professional athlete, the Rockstar Pro World Champion, a man that, by the way, we didn't mention this, he got a brand new Rockstar Pro World Championship belt. How about that?
How could I forget?
Yeah, you just didn't want to put it in your notes. I know that.
No, you're right.
He got a brand new championship that they probably had it for a while, but they wanted to make sure the right champion got it.
Right.
And the right champion did in John Murray, and he's going to put that new championship on the line against the juggernaut Jeremiah. Jeremiah, a man that's been going after John Murray the last few weeks.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Mark.
What?
It's the fattest asshole in Rockstar Pro versus
not
the
that fat.
biggest asshole in Rockstar Pro. And whoever wins this one, we lose.
Well, speak for yourself on that one. John Murray is a great man, had a great championship reign. Think about this. He's had this belt a few months now. Look, he's defended it a lot of times against a lot of great athletes, right? I mean, I think you'd be surprised with some of the names he's beaten. He's fought Sami Callihan. I mean, he's beaten some great individuals with that championship on the line. Give him credit.
I refuse. But we hope to see you all at Spring Break, Friday April 13th at 7:30 here at 1106 East 3rd Street in Dayton, Ohio. And Mark, hopefully, before Friday night,
Okay.
maybe Jason Voorhees will give you a visit.
What? No, I don't want that to happen.
I do.
No. No! Ford! Is that... Where's that coming from? I'm out of here.
It's just me, Mark.
Oh, thank God. Oh, man, you're even uglier than he is.
I'm going to chop your face off.
That's all for this episode. Be sure to come back for another edition of Backstage Pass, Rockstar Pro Wrestling's official podcast.